Your thoughts on so there's been a lot of talk about council last week about secondary suite plebiscite. You've said before that a secondary suite plebiscite you think would pass. You still feel that way?
Oh, I'm certain it would pass. The challenge is that many of my colleagues are saying that it doesn't matter if it passes, they're not going to change their vote. What's the point? If you just want to do a survey, we have lots of surveys. We could do another one.
Sir, can I
answer? Confident it would pass.
Because we've done tons of surveys, and we know that 70 to 80% of Calgarians every single time support the position when they have the right information. So I'm certain it would. But the point is, if it's non-binding and council members are saying they're not going to change their vote, and it's done in conjunction with the council election, in which the players around the table will change, it just doesn't make any sense.
Why do you think it's important for the city to do something symbolic as part of addressing the TRC?
Well, you know, we had our year of reconciliation, which ended just a month or two ago. And I think that in this time of reconciliation, it's important for us to make a statement that we are committed to continuing building a path of shared prosperity with our First Nations neighbors and brothers and sisters going forward. You know, it is fair to say it is the biggest failure of our nation that we have not been able to share the prosperity and opportunity of our nation equally with First Nations people. And here on the Canadian Prairie, especially at the beginning of Aboriginal Awareness Week, it's important for us to address that. And I think symbols can be powerful. So, you know, we'll talk. There's no rush, but in the next weeks and months, we'll have an opportunity to talk about what that symbol might look like.
But how far back do you go when you look at, say, some of the positions, the famous five?
You know, I've always said that I don't believe in slippery slope arguments, that we should always look at everything on its own merits. And I think there are some real opportunities here to think about what that symbol might be. I don't know. Someone's asked, are you talking about the Langevin Bridge? I don't know. It might be. I mean, Langevin Bridge is an interesting one. Let me just, because I love doing this, fill you in on a little bit of history. Mr. Langevin certainly had a distinguished career. He had next to no connection to Calgary. He had visited once as near as we can tell. And the reason that the bridge was named after him is because he was the federal minister who approved the money for it. So I'm not really that interested, with all apologies to Minister LaBelle, in calling it the LaBelle Green Line when he gives us the money for that. And in fact, as early as 1910, the Morning Albertan was publishing editorials calling for the name of that bridge to be changed because it had no connection with the history of Calgary. That's just interesting. But we have lots of opportunities to talk about that and other options as well. Speaking of which, I gotta go. Thank you.